Christianity never existed? What if history had taken a different course?
Hey, everybody. So, this man just asked a question. He said, what if Christianity wasn't true? What if it was never written down in the Bible? What if we had no Christian ethics, Christian morals, Christian worldviews in the world? How would we look at the world? Well, we're going to use Darwin as an example of how we would look at the world through Darwin's view of evolution. Darwin here writes in his book, The Descent of Man, that he introduces and applies the theory of natural selection to humans and introduces the idea of sexual selection. Here, his white supremacy is revealed. Darwin describes Australians, Mongols, Africans, Indians, South Americans, Polynesians, and even Eskimos as savages. It becomes clear that he considers every population that is not white and European to be savage. Darwin consistently elevates white Europeans above the savages. Darwin explains that the highest race and the lowest savages differ in moral disposition and in intellect. At one point, Darwin says that savages have low morality, insufficient power of reasoning, and weak power of self-command. Darwin also states how little can the hard work wife of a degraded Australian savage who uses hardly any abstract words and cannot count above 4. This is what Darwin taught about different races, how he really started, white supremacy, how whites look above it. This is it. This is where this all came from. These people try to hide who Darwin was and why Darwin's theory even came about, because they could not accept that everyone is the same, like the Bible says. But let's continue on here with Darwin, okay? Darwin's theory applies survival of the fittest to human races, suggesting that extermination of non-white race is a natural consequence of white Europeans being a superior and more successful race. Darwin wants the extermination of other races. That's what he clearly says, that it's okay, there's nothing wrong with it. But you want to talk about genocide in the Bible when your own man who came up with this theory of how people evolved says right here that survival of the fittest to the human races suggests that extermination of non-white races is a natural consequence of white Europeans being a superior and more successful race.